If you're stuck trying to figure out whether Vercel or Heroku is a better platform to deploy your full-stack apps, you're in the right place. Hey, my name is Eric, and in today's video, I'm going to be breaking down the strengths and weaknesses of both platforms. Let's start by understanding the core purpose of each platform, because they cater to different use cases. Vercel is a cloud platform designed with modern front-end frameworks in mind, especially Next.js. It's all about delivering fast, serverless deployments for static sites and server-rendered apps. Vercel's main selling points are its speed, simplicity, and seamless integration with Git, making it great for front-end developers. For those of you asking, what's a static and server-rendered site? Well, let me break it down for you. Static sites are like digital brochures. They're simple websites where the content doesn't really change unless you manually update it. Think of a restaurant menu or a personal blog. The information stays the same for all visitors. Server-rendered apps, on the other hand, are more like interactive web applications. They create web pages on demand, tailored to each user. Imagine a social media feed or an online store. The content changes based on who's logged in or what items are in stock. Both types of sites can benefit from Vercel's fast deployment and hosting capabilities. Heroku, on the other hand, is a more general-purpose cloud platform. It supports a wide range of programming languages and excels at hosting full-stack applications, especially those with complex backends and databases. It's designed for flexibility and scalability, but it does come with more steps to set up compared to Vercel. Some real-world use cases for this might be an e-commerce platform. Imagine you're building an online store with thousands of products, user accounts, and real-time inventory tracking. Here you would need a robust database like PostgreSQL to handle product catalogs and user data. You would need multiple server processes to handle concurrent user sessions and orders, as well as background jobs for tasks like order processing and email notifications. Heroku's ability to scale dynos and easily integrate add-ons makes it ideal for this type of complex, data-intensive application. Another would be a multiplayer game server. For a real-time multiplayer game, you would need WebSocket connections for live player interactions. You would need a fast in-memory database like Redis for game state, as well as background processes for game logic and AI opponents. Heroku's ability to handle WebSocket connections and its easy scalability makes it a great choice for game backends. Vercel's biggest strength is its one-click deployment. If your project is hosted on GitHub, GitLab, or Bitbucket, Vercel automatically detects changes in your repository and redeploys your app instantly. This makes continuous integration and delivery a breeze, especially for projects using modern frameworks like Next.js. What's cool about Vercel is its built-in serverless functions. You can deploy back-end functionality without setting up a separate server. For instance, if you need a simple API or back-end logic, Vercel will handle that as a serverless function, scaling them automatically. Vercel has an edge network that globally distributes your content. This means faster load times because your app is served from locations closest to your users. This is critical for projects where performance and low latency are priorities, such as e-commerce or SEO-heavy apps. For static and server-rendered apps, Vercel automatically optimizes your SEO by pre-rendering your pages. Combined with Next.js's capabilities, this ensures your content is indexed properly by search engines. Now, let's talk about Heroku's strengths. Where Heroku shines is its flexibility. It supports several programming languages out of the box: Node.js, Ruby, Python, Java, just to name a couple. This makes it ideal for full-stack applications. Whether you're building a REST API, deploying microservices, or working with a monolithic architectures, Heroku can handle it. Now, one of the biggest reasons developers choose Heroku is its extensive add-on marketplace, especially for databases. With just a few clicks, you can provision databases like PostgreSQL, MongoDB, or even Redis. For full-stack applications, having the database on the same platform as your app simplifies your app so much. Heroku uses dynos, which are lightweight containers that run your apps. What makes Heroku powerful is how easy it is to scale. If your app grows and requires more resources, you can scale vertically by increasing the size of your dynos, or horizontally by adding more dynos to handle higher traffic. This makes Heroku a great choice for apps that require high scalability and flexibility. Heroku's deployment process is not as streamlined as Vercel's. It's still relatively simple. With Heroku CLI, you can deploy from any Git repository with just a single command. And for more complex apps, Heroku gives you control over environment variables, logging, and monitoring. Let's go over a quick breakdown of Heroku and Vercel's pricing so you can decide which platform is best fit for your project and budget. Starting with Heroku, Heroku charges for apps using dynos, which are basically containers for running your code. Their lowest tier, the Eco Dyno, is just $5 a month. This makes it great for testing small projects, but keep in mind it does sleep when inactive. Next step up is the Basic Dyno. This costs $7 a month, making it perfect for smaller apps because it never sleeps, like me. Plus, you get free SSL. For production apps, you'll want the standard dyno. Now this costs anywhere between $25 and $50 a month, but you get horizontal scaling and zero downtime delays. If you have high traffic apps, you'll need the performance dynos. This ranges from anywhere from $250 to $1,500 a month, giving you dedicated resources and auto scaling. And don't forget about add-ons like databases, which start at $5 a month for PostgreSQL, but can get up to $50 or more for a larger setup. Now let's talk about Vercel. Vercel's hobby plan is completely free. This makes it perfect for small static or serverless apps. You get 100 gigabytes of data transfer and 100,000 function calls per month. For larger projects, the Pro plan costs $20 a month per user. This gives you 1 terabyte of data transfer and 1 million function calls, plus advanced team collaboration tools. Beyond the free tiers, Vercel charges 60 cents per million function calls and 15 cents per gigabyte for data transfer once you exceed your limits. So which one should you choose? Well, if you're building a front-end app or something static like a blog, Vercel is your go-to for speed and simplicity. But if you're working on a full-stack application with a back-end and database, especially if you're planning to scale, Heroku is a go-to choice for sure. For beginners, I recommend starting with Vercel because of its simplicity. But for those who want more flexibility and control, Heroku is definitely worth the extra setup. Which platform do you prefer for your projects? Let me know in the comments down below. And if this video helped you out, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to my channel for more tips on full stack development.